Hello and welcome to Newsfeed on Trust TV. My name is Dorcas Yakubuzala, bringing you trending stories that people are talking about and sharing around the globe today, and also their opinions on such issues. Simon Ekpa is a terrorist and we are ready to provide evidence of his atrocities, Enugu government says. Dangote Refinery reduces petrol price for marketers. Nigeria has saved $20 billion from subsidy removal and Naira float policy, says Edu. Dozens killed by Israeli strikes in Lebanon, including 29 in central Beirut. Now, top on what's trending, the Enugu state government has declared its readiness to present evidence of atrocities allegedly orchestrated by Simon Ekpa, a self-proclaimed leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. Chidebere Onya, secretary to the Enugu state government, described Ekpa as a terrorist who has no regard for the welfare of the Igbo people. Ekpa, who was arrested on Thursday, November 21st by law enforcement authorities in a northern European nation, was sent to prison by the district court of Pejat Hem for spreading terrorist propaganda on social media. Reports indicate that the alleged offense occurred in Lati municipality in 2021. Since 2021, escalating violence in Nigeria's southeast has been widely attributed to the activities of Ekpa's IPOB faction. Welcoming his arrest, Onya noted that it marks a significant step towards restoring peace in the region. Now, the first reaction on this story reads, Simon Ekpa doesn't act like a real freedom fighter or someone who truly cares about the people. His actions seem more like those of an opportunist. Look at leaders like Mandela, Sankara, or Nkrumah. They fought for freedom without taking away the rights of their own people. True revolutionaries don't control or restrict. They uplift and empower. A next reaction is from a user with the name Oba_BC. It will take the East more than 15 years to recover from this man's atrocities. The last reaction on this story is from a user with the name Kalu. Eastern region is yet to recover from the attack since the arrest of MNK, which is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and hailing them for arresting Simon. It's obvious you politicians want to finally destroy SE, and I guess this user means Southeast. Moving on, the Dangote Petroleum Refinery on Sunday announced a reduction in its price of premium motor spirit PMS, also known as Petrol, to 970 naira per litre for oil marketers. The company's chief branding and communications officer, Anthony Chejina, disclosed this in a statement. He said the decision is the refinery's way of appreciating Nigerians for their unwavering support in making the refinery a dream come true. According to the statement, the move is a cut from the refinery's 990 naira ex-depot price announced earlier this month. The slash would help marketers save about 20 naira on each litre of petrol bought from the Lekki-based plants. And the first reaction from this story says, good news, I'm confident that prices will keep going down. Next one reads, waiting them reduce. If they want to reduce, make them reduce something substantial, I beg. And the last reaction from this story is from a user with the name Just Not Abby. Yes, so I bought 1,100 yesterday. I know it's not wonderful news, but I'm grateful regardless. Next on what's trending, Wale Edun, Nigeria's Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, revealed that the country has saved $20 billion through the removal of petrol subsidies and the adoption of market-based foreign exchange pricing. Edun made the disclosure during an event in Abuja, marking the first 100 days in office of the head of the civil service of the Federation. Edun explained that the savings from these measures are now being redirected into critical sectors such as infrastructure, health, education, and social services. Now, responding to this, a user says, why then does federal government still borrow? The next reaction is from one Bimbo Latox. It's very obvious a lot of Nigerians going to school is more like a waste of time because comprehension is really bad for people. Someone said we saved. A lot are saying we are still borrowing. Doesn't that mean money we could have spent but didn't spend? Mostly would have borrowed money to fix those parts we got saved from. And the last reaction on this story is from a user with the name I am Sisi Folake. Saving so much at the expense of the well-being of Nigerians, will you govern over dead people? Next on what's trending, the People's Democratic Party, PDP Governors Forum, has expressed concerns about the economic hardships on the nation by policies of the All Progressives Congress-led federal government, with a call on President Bola Tinubu to review Nigeria's macroeconomic and fiscal decisions. Tinubu stopped the payment of fuel subsidy and floated the naira, among other reforms, which have led to the escalation of the cost of living. However, the governors believe the readjustment of the policies will address the welfare and well-being of Nigerians. This is among other resolutions of the forum during its meeting held in Jos, Plateau State. The forum empathized with Nigerians who are groaning under the oppressive economic hardship hoisted on the nation by the policies and decisions of the APC-led federal government. The chairman of the group, who is also the Bauchi State Governor, Bala Muhammad, said after the meeting. Now, reacting to that, a user wrote, "What have you all been doing with the ignominious allocation you have been getting since under this present government? At least the president increased your allocation by 64% of what you people were getting under the previous administration. I think he did so just to serve as a temporary cushion to the effect of the fuel subsidy removal and floating of naira." Next one says, "The policy is the reason you collect triple of what you were collecting before this administration. Are you willing to earn 1/3 of what you're now earning? Answer that first. We citizens don't mind." And the last reaction is from one Just Boss. "What are the efforts of the state government to provide relief to its people from their allocation and internally generated revenue? Let them initiate economic development projects in their various states and jurisdictions to improve their citizens' living condition. The various governors are expected to lead by example and maximize the economic gains in resource utilization." The Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, on Sunday said there was no way the private plane of privileged Nigerians, including the founder and presiding bishop of Living Faith Bible Church Worldwide, Bishop David Oyedepo, can leave the country directly from their airstrips without first securing clearance from relevant authorities. Keyamo made the clarification when he was featured on a politics program. His statement comes barely 2 months after members of the House of Representatives called for a revocation of airstrip licenses issued to certain individuals and private organizations, citing security reasons. The House also called for an immediate halt to new airstrip licenses for individuals and organizations, but Keyamo insisted that there was no way a plane or drone, even if it belongs to the military, can leave or come into the country without first getting a nod from the agency. Now, reacting to that, a netizen wrote, "No one is above the law, so Mr. Minister, do the needful. Truthfully, that is what God wants." The next reaction is from one user with the name Mayor Bravo. "That's what we've been hearing, but the dirtiest still takes place." Next is from one Tajuddin Salau. "What do you mean by clearance? Who checks their luggage? Do you mean that you have an operational office there?" Let's take a quick break. We'll be back in no time, to stay with us. Welcome back. In case you're just joining us, you're watching Newsfeed, coming to you on Trust Television. Borno State Governor Babagana Zulum has called for a comprehensive review of the country's education system to bridge the gap between educational institutions and the needs of industries. Zulum made the call while receiving the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian Education Loan Fund, Akintunde Soye, who paid him a courtesy visit at the government house, Maiduguri. According to a statement by Zulum spokesman Dauda Ilya on Saturday, the governor expressed concern that many graduates produced by higher institutions lack the necessary skills to drive innovation and technological advancement. He urged NELFund to critically assess the issue and implement solutions that will enable graduates to become self-employed rather than depend on limited job opportunities. Now, responding to that, a user with the name Chooks Mary for Life wrote, "Nothing but the truth. Our education system in this era needs to be revolutionized to meet up with the trend of the 21st century." Next reaction, "Then you need to change the curriculum." The next one says, "Well, he may be right after all. Problem identified. What's the solution, Zulum?" Next on what's trending, the Lagos State chapter of the People's Democratic Party has declared that citizens will resist any attempts to impose Sheyi Tinubu, son of President Bola Tinubu, as the next governor of the state. This statement follows recent endorsements of Sheyi as a potential successor to Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu in 2027 by some groups. One of such groups, the Coalition of Nigeria Youth Leaders, issued an endorsement on Tuesday last week in Owerri, Imo State, suggesting that Seyi would be welcome to run for governor in Osun or Imo State, where his family is reportedly from. Similarly, a socio-political group, Friends of Seyi Tinubu, also endorsed him, describing the president's son as a visionary leader with a rare combination of intellect, empathy, and strategic acumen. Now, responding to that, someone said, Nigeria is not a family business, though. Even the APC in Lagos won't accept it. The next reaction is from one Call Me Geek Girl. They play. If primary vote favors him, that's the end. And the last reaction on this story, waiting concern PDP for Lagos matter. Seyi Tinubu is capable. We go serve him. If he's speaking self-capable, we go still serve him, as long as they are better. And now on the foreign scene, dozens of people have been killed by Israeli strikes in Lebanon this weekend, including 29 who died after an attack flattened a multi-story residential building in central Beirut, according to Lebanese officials. In the densely populated Basta area of Lebanese capital, rescue workers were Saturday searching for survivors under the rubble after the attack, featuring what the state-run national news agency NNA said were bunker-busting bombs. At least 66 people were injured in the strike, according to Lebanon's Ministry of Health, while a Lebanese security source told CNN that no senior Hezbollah member was in the building leveled. The ministry revised the death toll from the attack upward Sunday, having previously reported that 20 people had died. The Israel Defense Forces (IDF) did not issue an evacuation order for the area ahead of the strikes and has not yet commented on the attack. Now, responding to that, a user with the name Susan_CC wrote, Lebanon will defend itself. Next reaction reads, Israel is specialized in killing civilians and babies. So far, they've killed 200 in Lebanon and 17,000 in Gaza. And the last reaction we're taking on the program today says, Hamas shouldn't have attacked Israel. They brought these on themselves. And that's a wrap on the program today. Do also follow us across all our social media platforms for more programs, news, and documentaries. Until next time, goodbye.